Good morning! Welcome to Haiku Friday, January 16th, 2026. I hope everybody's doing great this morning. Uh, it's a beautiful morning here in Spokane, Washington. Snow levels are pretty high still. We have not, all the snow that was on the ground is pretty much melted by now. Our winters are becoming more and more like, I don't know, Northern California winters, I think. Okay, let's get started with some haikus, shall we? The first one is from Max Q. The denuded hills, high above Pasadena, dressed in rags of green. Oh, that is so descriptive and lovely. You know, it's funny because it's beautiful in a sad kind of way. And I just love that kind of sweet spot when you hit a haiku like that is so descriptive and beautiful, but sad. Yes. Thank you, Max Q. All right. Here is one from Nikki. The constant abuse, victimized by a toddler, life of a mommy. Oh my goodness, I think in our nation, we're living the life of a mommy right now. Anyway, thank you, Nikki, and best wishes. Here is one from Bill. And Bill's, this has to do with kind of the right to die movement up in Canada. And I know we have our own movement here in the United States. They seem to be a little bit a little bit further ahead of us on social issues, I would say. This being one of them. Bill writes, let me start over. If it's the right time, death can be a welcome friend. Blissful end of pain. You know, death is going to be somebody we all meet sometime or another. And I guess might as well be on friendly terms with death, I would say, right? Okay. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Here is one from Rikosan. Tiny silverfish lying dead on the shoreline, reflecting the sky. You know, it just dawned on me that Bill's and Rikosans are kind of, I don't know, they're little bookends, I feel like. So nice. Thank you, Riko-san. And here is mine. Everybody's written such beautiful poetry, and of course, I had to make it political, right? An embarrassment. He's a brain-damaged Hitler. Europe, please save us. I would have loved to have the third line say something like, Germany, third time's the charm, but that's just way too many syllables. Okay. That kind of concludes today's haikus, the formal portion of this Haiku Friday. I am in my formal attire. I will share with you now. I have a new painting. I wanted to paint the milk bottle, and I will post a timeline when I remember to take pictures of things that I'm painting. The timeline's funny because the paintings change so much, but here is the milk bottle building. There's two buildings. One's downtown, one's Garland. The one in Garland's an ice cream shop. The one in downtown is an art studio and part of Blue Door improv theater, and they're doing some plays out of there too. Lots of stuff going on. Anyway, yes, it's just sort of a, can I do anything nice? No, everything has to be science fiction-y. Yes, I was thinking a lot about the cattle mutilations, I guess. All right, what is going on? Well, the state of affairs in our country. We have here in Spokane our Republican congressman. We've had Republican congressmen, I think, since the 90s. Tom Foley, who was Speaker of the House, he was defeated in the middle of Clinton's administration during the midterms, and that's when we started getting just these lovely anti-American Republicans in there, and we've never been able to shake them. And this may be the time. This guy, our Republican congressman, is so immoral, and he's a stolen valor kind of guy. He pretends he was the military, but he wasn't. He worked for the State Department, but he likes to dress like he was the military. And he is really just a toady. The biggest toady of Donald Trump right now is our Congressman Michael Baumgartner. He cannot bring himself to be critical of anything that Trump has done. He stands solidly with him. And hopefully that will be the petard, right? Because he is awful. And, he's helping enable a child molester or child pedophile, a child, God knows what Trump did, but we're not able to see it. And Michael Baumgartner doesn't have any problem with that, nor does he have any problem with constitutional improprieties of what ICE is doing. He saw the same video we all did, but he concluded that Nicole Good was her fault. So it's just these kind of things that I think I would love to run against him. I think I'm too old. I'm 65. But I would love to just be on the same stage as him. I had to lobby him when he was a state senator. I think he was senator at the time. Might have been in the House, but he was the most smug little bastard you'd ever seen. He's just a smug little guy. Yeah. And about as antichrist as anybody in the House right now. Anyway, that would give you a taste of what the debate would be like that I would have with him if I ran against him. But I think hopefully there's some good candidates that come out. I worry about the Democrats thinking that they're going to be able to hit a home run on just the issue of affordability. People are angry about the issue of watching our country go down the toilet as a democratic institution. We're now willing to invade sovereign nations for economic reasons and be upfront about it. We are suspending the rule of law for citizens here so the government can do what it wants. And he's right in the middle of those things. So there is, for me, a real moral calling to do something like this. However, I wish that I hope that the Dems seek the moral high ground on this and don't just talk affordability. Really, if you want to talk affordability, bring it back to the rule of law and how Donald Trump and enablers like Michael Baumgartner are actually making things worse economically in our country by going against the Constitution and the rule of law. It's a pretty short walk to get there. I would hope that that's the tack they would take. I worried that they won't do that. There needs to be a judgment. There needs to be Nuremberg type trials. There needs to be a justice. Justice, plain and simple. So many of the people in ICE right now, it looks like they are probably people from January 6th, people who were in domestic terrorist groups. And those people need to be brought to justice. And that's what a candidate needs to talk about. Because we will not fix this on our own unless we address those issues. Also, other nations, we are becoming the bad guys in the world. It's no secret that Trump would love to divide the world up between Russia, China, and the United States. That's how he sees it. And I'm not for that. I'm not for that. I took an oath of office to defend the Constitution. I took an oath of office for my community here in Spokane when I entered the fire department. I took baptismal vows, same vows I believe Michael Baumgartner took, and he is in violation of every day. Anyway, that's my rant. Have a good one. And I'll see you all next week. Bye now.